That's terrible. About 2 years ago, we had captive music going pretty strong, and people were just sort of using my name. And they, a couple inmates in there sent some songs to me. And they were sent back to them and said we couldn't use the songs or something like that. And I guess they wrote a letter to the warden and said that if I ever came back in there, they were going to kill me. So they barred me from there and I was surprised when I found out that we were going to go to that day to do a show. Supposed to be doing a concert here at Tennessee State Prison. What the head count is here? 10. Counting me? Yeah. 10.
Pink building's the wood shop, and this here's the metal shop. They make almost all your state furniture in them two places. And that's the school right there. The center's operations on the right is Unit 3, on the left is Unit 2, and up the end you see another building, that's Unit 4. That's Unit 1, that's maximum security, that's your death row and all your lockup. They don't attend to anything.
If you get in a position like I'm in a position to talk about something, then I go out there and saying, well, the food's bad, and, you know, then I'm just another jerk to them. But if I can go out there and tell them, you know, what I think that they need more psychologists, that you can't have 5,000 men and one psychologist or one psychiatrist in an institution and to handle all these men's cases. Because the only time you see him is when you cause a problem. So he can't help you. And when Luttrell had this prison here, and I came out here, and he asked me about this place here, and I said, I think your biggest problem is that when you shut Brushy Mountain down, you overcrowded your prison here, and I think that you have to get something to take the place of Brushy Mountain if you can't open that back up, but you have to have a separate place, you know, for old-timers, because old-timers don't like to be around no young, you know. I mean, motherfuckers in here trying to pull time, that's what they're, you know, I just got my daddy out of prison. I don't know whether y'all, last time I was here, we was talking about that, and he was in prison. Oh, life, yeah. He did a life sentence, and me and my youngest brother he's been out 1 year. He came home for Christmas in his first airplane. We met him at the airport, and he was scared to death, you know. He was just biting his nails and shit. But I wasn't a criminal when I first went to the Boys Industrial School in Lancaster. It was because my parents didn't want me, you know. So they went down and said, well, we don't want him. You got to do something with him. Well, they couldn't put me in a children's home because I had parents, so they put me in Star Commonwealth for Boys in Albion, Michigan. I was there for 2 weeks and ran away with 2 older boys that stole a car. We sat on each other's laps, and one worked the pedal and one steered. Got home, and my parents called up and turned us in. heard folks say, and I'll be an outlaw till my dying day. I got a big Greyhound bus out here, and there ain't nothing out there but Cadillacs. These guards all drive Cadillacs. That's the truth. No, it really is. It's the truth. Now, they told me that you all had a lot of drugs in here. So now, if they're driving Cadillacs and you got drugs in here, then there must be a connection. So I decided that I would call the FBI up and tell them that there was drugs in the joint and Cadillacs in the parking lot. And I figured that the drugs and you ought to be in the parking lot, and the Cadillacs and them ought to be in here. Well, you know, I started sniffing this typewriter fluid. You know how you sniff typewriter fluid, you know, on the rag and everything, and we got really, you know, pretty wasted. Well, they got a truck that comes in and brings guards' uniforms to the laundry, you know, and they wash the guards' clothes. So this guy came in there with the truck, and he parked it and got out, and I said, say, man, I'd only been there about 3 weeks, you know. I said, man, the truck's still running. The guy said, yeah, man. So I said, man, shit, let's get out of here. You know, let's take that truck and go on. You ain't nothing but an old fence. So we jumped in this truck, zoom across the yard, 55 miles an hour, boom, right into the gate. Nothing happened. Nothing happened, man. It didn't even move, you know. So we jumped out the truck, and we got these little knives that we made, and we're saying, motherfucker, open the gate. He's standing there with a machine gun and laughing, saying, are you guys crazy? Man, you better open this gate. With a little old knife, man. This guy's got a gun. So they took me to the hole, kicked my ass, you know, and transferred me to Lewisburg Penitentiary. Well, I got up there and I decided, well, man, I'm going to be cool, you know, I'm not going to do nothing wrong. So I was walking in the dining hall, and I was only 18 years old at the time, you know. I still had one of those split curls in my hair, you know. Man, you know how when you walk in the dining hall, it's just, you know, everything's going on. Man, I walked in the dining hall, I heard all that shit. I got to the door, and I walked in, and all of a sudden it was just total silence. I looked around, everybody was looking at me, you know. They was looking at me like I was Marilyn Monroe, you know. So by the time I get to the table, they got this seat, you know, they seat 6 people at the table. Well, all the table is full over here, and the guards stand here. Some guy gets up and starts talking to the guard. Hey, by the time I get to the table, there's 3 dudes sitting there and another dude holding my chair for me, you know. So I sit down and put my tray down here, you know. And they started firing them quick. Where you from? What you doing? What you in here for? Where you going? How, firing them questions. Do you want any cigarettes? You need any? I said, whoa, wait a minute, man, you know. I stayed in my cell, you know. I was in, you didn't have to go nowhere. I didn't go nowhere. I stayed in my cell for 3 weeks. Didn't eat, didn't go to supper, nothing. I was scared. You know, I was 18 years old, scared. So they come by and they had a pass. They took me up to the warden's office, and he says, what's wrong with you, boy? I said, ain't nothing wrong with me, Captain. I just don't want to go out there with all them animals, you know. And they said, them boys ain't going to hurt you. I said, okay, man. So they put me out there in the population, you know. Well, the first day I was there was 2 dudes standing over here washing their clothes in the mop buckets, you know. And this other dude come up and said, say, man, you got my bucket. The dude said, man, it's a state bucket. He said, man, that's my bucket, man. Give me my bucket. Man, get out of here, motherfucker. I'm washing my... Man, give me that bucket. The dude stabbed the dude to death right there in front of me, man, over a state mop bucket, right? They carried the dude out. I said, oh, man, shit, I'm not staying here, you know. 2 days later, I'm running across the yard, man. You know, I'm out there, and everybody's playing football, and all of a sudden, some dude just runs right by me. Shoot. Another dude falls down. Shoot. I look down, and this dude's running with a baseball bat and knocked this dude's head off. Bam! I wrote a letter to my mother. I said, dear Mom, man, you got to get me out of here. I ain't never did nothing wrong in my life, and, you know, whatever it is that they got me in here for, I ain't never going to do it again. Well, 2 days later, I was in the shower, and this dude come in, and he said, hey, Mama. I said, say, man, you must have me mixed up with somebody else. He said, yeah, sure do. But not for long. Well, there was a mop bucket there, and I said, look, man, you know, you better leave me alone. I was scared to death, you know. So I eased back, and I got this mop wringer, you know. So I said, bam, I hit the dude in the head, and he fell on the floor, and he said, man, I was just joking. I said, motherfucker, down. I found out right then that no matter how young and skinny or pretty you are, you got the strength in your 2 arms to kill a motherfucker if they fuck with you. And ain't no one ever fucked with me since. I want fresh teardrops, my newborn child in a cup made in Timbuktu. You can't get that, try a stewed polecat smothered with catfish brew. Take the eels from a rat-tailed monkey and I mix with a spider's left eye. They make me a salad of jungle roots from Africa and I'll be ready to die. Oh, water, now you know just how I feel. I'll be ready to die now, 'cause as soon as I eat my last meal. River, you heard my first cry as a baby. Like my mom, you sang me lullaby. You knew my fishing pole when I was 8 years old. And River, you never told me lies. Your muddy water makes me feel alone. River, you keep flowing like you know just where you're going. But River, will you ever take me home? River, I'm not proud of what I've done. Somehow my fishing pole became a gun. Through these prison bars I see that you're still running free. But River, I've got nowhere to run. River, I can see you from my window. Your muddy water makes me feel alone. River, you keep flowing like you know just where you're going. But River, will you ever take me home? River, will you ever take me home?